Good evening. My name is Dan Ligon. I'm an independent researcher, an author, and the founder of Flicker Fusion Productions, and the author of the book Masonic Mayans, the first book in the Eureka series. Today I would like to talk a little bit about the difficulty of writing this book, Masonic Mayans. It took over a decade for me to do so, and the reason is not only because of just the difficulties of daily life, but also because of the challenge that this book entailed in its structure. And what I mean by that is that I'm a 32nd degree Freemason, so I've made promises to the world, to the fraternity, and to myself to not reveal certain things that I've discovered and have experienced in the Masonic Lodge. But yet, this codex from the ancient Mayan Empire is definitely Freemasonry in its practice. So how can one convey this tremendous discovery to the world, but yet not break the oaths that I have given to both myself and my Masonic fraternity? It's an incredible challenge. And so the way that I did it is basically the book Masonic Mayans is two parts. The first book discusses categories that the average person may not know that are involving this codex. So in other words, there's a chapter on the ancient Mesoamericans and who the Mayans were. There's a chapter on what Freemasonry is. There's a chapter on who the Templars were, and other chapters that involve subjects with this book. But in the second half of the book, it's a little different. It's basically written upside down because I cannot discuss certain topics involving Freemasonry, or any topics for that matter. So what I did was I took a book called Light on Masonry and other books that are actually catalogs, amongst other things, of public records and people discussing Freemasonry in incredible detail that has been read in the court cases in the public record literally over 100, 200 years ago. So I've taken those court cases, and in the second half of the book, I let those documents do the talking for me. And then with my own words in the second half of the book just reinforce what those quotes say. That way I don't violate any of my oaths, and yet the topic can still be conveyed to the world on this tremendous discovery that the Mayans were Freemasons. So that's just kind of a little bit just to tell you about the difficulty of writing this book. It was not just the difficulty of the 426 pages, the 300 references, and the 50 color photographs that all meshed and fit like a giant puzzle, which was a challenge in and of itself, along with being a father and raising my child. But the real challenge was the fact of, imagine talking about a subject that you're not allowed to talk about. It would be like writing a book on chocolate, but you just can't talk about chocolate. If you would like to read the finished product that took over a decade to complete, all profits go to charity, and my book Masonic Mayans can be found at www.flickerfusionproductions.org. Have a great day, guys.